Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a really long time since I last uploaded. It's been really crazy lately, but I'm back and I figured why not do some pet peeves because we all love them. Alright, let's get right into it. Pet peeves, we love them all, don't we? I'm totally and absolutely kidding. But so, pet peeves, I have a big list of them, and we all know what they are, those tiny little things that drive us absolutely crazy. So the first one I have is, I know it's a personal preference, but when someone is eating either cereal or rice or something in a bowl and they sit there and clink the bowl until it's completely empty and every grain of rice or every sip of milk is gone, and that drives me absolutely crazy. I don't know if I'm the only one that does that, but I know that drives me absolutely crazy, and it's just, it drives me crazy. Another thing is, which kind of goes with it, is when you're sitting at like a coffee table and you just sat down, you're watching TV, you're eating, and then someone camps out right next to you on the couch and puts their feet up on the table while you're eating. Like, thanks for putting your dirty shoes that have been all over wherever you were walking, put it right next to my food while I'm eating. It just grosses me out, and it's just a pet peeve I have. Another pet peeve is when you're either walking on a sidewalk, or I know I used to, like a lot of people used to do when I was in school, or like the mall or something, is when people walk in front of you with a group of their friends and they literally know they're taking up the entire space to walk and they don't care and they walk really slow and you're just behind them like I just don't understand why you need to take up the entire space that everyone can walk. It just doesn't make any sense. I mean, you can just totally scoot over a little, but they literally don't care. So that's another huge one that I had. Also, another thing that I've heard a lot of people have as a pet peeve is that when you're texting someone, you guys are going back and forth, and it's completely like normal, fast responses, and then all of a sudden they disappear. Like, where did you go? Did you go to outer space? Did you fall on the floor and drop your phone? I mean, and then like 5 hours later they're like, oh hey, sorry, like I got distracted. Like, okay, thanks for letting me know 5 hours later. You know, like, it could have been you were asking them a question and you got that answer way later and don't even need it anymore, so it's completely useless. So another huge one is personal space. This one doesn't bother me too much. I mean, sometimes it does, depending on the mood I'm in. I know that some people just don't like someone in their little personal bubble, I guess, and they get super irritated. And I know sometimes, like, when I'm in a weird mood and someone's like a little too close, I'm like, can you just give me like a little bit of space so I can like figure out what's going on? I'm not claustrophobic, but sometimes it's just like people get too close for no reason. So I do kind of understand that one. Another one of my big pet peeves is when you are listening to one of your favorite songs in the car with either your mom, your dad, your cousin, friends, whatever, and it's your like favorite song of the time and you know all the words, and then someone that just likes the song and doesn't hear it enough and they try and say all the words and they don't know them, and they're just like, say the words and they go and then pick right back up where they know the words. It's usually around the chorus, and that drives me absolutely crazy, just because, like, if you don't know the words, just stop. Like, I do, sometimes I mess up the words and get them backwards. That I don't really mind at all because, like, I've done that before. I cannot judge at all. But I just hate when people don't know the words and they just, like, completely butcher the song. And I'm like, you just ruined my favorite song for, like, the day. Thank you. But, yeah. Another huge pet peeve is, I've heard a lot, is when you're talking to someone and they're either spacing out or when you're either reading a menu or they're texting or something, and you're telling a story and you have like this small group or one person that's listening to you tell the story, and they literally just completely stop like listening because they're either not paying attention or they just tune out. And then you ask them, isn't that funny? And they're just like, and do like a fake laugh. That drives me absolutely crazy because I'm like, I just told this huge story and now I had to figure out what spot you heard from and then continue, and it just drives me crazy. Another ones that I have is that when you are having a conversation with someone and they know some information that they're holding back from you, and they literally purposely don't tell you to annoy you. So that's like, what would be a good example? So like, I don't know, like my mom actually, she told me today that, so a little backstory here. So I was actually trying to get tickets to a concert, and I was like, oh, can you split it with me like you were going to for my Christmas present? And she literally was like, oh no, I'm just gonna take that money and use it for something else. And I was like, okay, but what? And she's like, never mind, it's a surprise. I'm like, that's great, Mom, but like, what were you gonna say? Can you tell me? And like, I mean, that's not exactly the only kind of time that happens, but it's other times like when you're with a friend just having a casual conversation and they're gonna say something, but then they like purposely stop just to like annoy you. And it's just like, are you trying to like make me crawl out of my skin? Because it's definitely working. Actually, I think I've done that or had that, no, I had that happen with one of my friends, and it actually happened when my friend completely stopped in the middle of her sentence. I feel like my friends purposely do this because they know it annoys me, but I still love them. But one time in particular, I'm pretty sure they've all done this honestly, but one of my friends was telling the story and she literally stopped and she was like, I'm not gonna tell you that part now, I'll tell you later when there's no one around. It's like, so then you're just sitting there on the edge of your seat for who knows how long until you either leave or you go into like a bathroom or something, because for whatever reason with us girls that happens a lot where we just disappear to the bathroom and have conversations in the bathroom. I don't know why we do this. I swear it's just like a genetic thing. But that absolutely drives me insane, and I don't understand why people do it. So another big pet peeve that drives me crazy personally is, so I have these gray bath mats, I guess. When you get out of the shower, it's fuzzy and it's like soft, and it's not like the basic like boring ones. It's like thick and squishy, and it literally drives me insane when, especially my roommate, he literally gets out of the shower and I swear he brings the entire shower out of the bathtub with him. I don't know how, when you shower, how you manage to do that, because I have long hair and he's a guy with short hair, so I don't know how he brings the entire shower out when he has like no hair. So I don't know how people do that, but then I go in after him and I go in there and the rug is completely wet. So it's not like I'm going in the shower and getting out on a nice dry mat, it's already soaking wet. That drives me crazy. And since we're on the topic, another thing that is just, it's kind of more like a inconvenience more than a pet peeve, but I'm gonna put it in this category. So I hate when either it be water or juice or something that someone spilled, they spill on the floor and you walk around in your socks and then you get the wet sock. And there's literally no cure for it. So you're literally just sitting there like limping around the house until you can get a new pair of socks. And it's just so terrible. I hate it so much. It's just like, it just gives you an awful feeling. So my last pet peeve that I have for this video is when you are talking and you get completely cut off. So you're either talking to a friend or group and someone just decides to come in and either stand directly in front, in between you, or completely just cut you off. And that drives me absolutely crazy. Like, I get if it's like not really too depth of a conversation where like you're kind of included, that's not that bad, but when you literally, someone just comes from a different room or something and they just like, oh, by the way, this, and you're in the middle of a conversation, I'm just like, well, there goes my story out the door, because no one's gonna remember in 5 minutes. So that is all of the pet peeves that I have for today, and I hope that you could possibly relate to some of these, and these aren't just me. And thank you for watching, and I will see you soon.